two of transitioning from America to Africa with my guests, Mama Cheryl. Yes, and it's amazing. Um, we were having what you call it, some technical difficulties, but nevertheless, we are still here and we must make this happen. And I'm so grateful for her patience. You understand to work along with me and work with me with having these technical difficulties, especially when you're talking about going live.
Yes.
Uncut, uncensored, no,
Real.
no redo, no takeover, no editing. You understand? I'm not that technical savvy yet to go into the aspect of it, but soon I'll be able to record and then edit and then put up. But I like it whereas I go live more so than the editing thing and stuff like that, because people get to feel your heart
Yeah.
and the sincerity of where you're coming from, and know that what you're saying is not something that is coerced or practiced or rehearsed and stuff like that. They get to see you in your authentic self,
Yes.
and for that I'm eternally grateful. Once again, welcome back and welcome to part two as we continue our conversation about transitioning from America to, first and foremost, Tanzania, and then from Tanzania to Kenya. So if you haven't, if you work with us with the first part, go back and look at the first video that we did, and hear her experience in terms of her exit coming out of America and the delays but not denied. Some very good jewels and gems are in that very first video. And so now we're talking about, and in that last video, we ended where she was talking about wondering if she had fulfilled or left anything undone in Tanzania before now making that preparation to transition from Tanzania to Kenya. But I want to ask this question. What made you to decide, or what was the deciding factor about you now wanting to leave Tanzania after being there for 2 years
Yeah.
and come to Kenya, and more specifically here in Malindi, which is more even secluded and not the city of Nairobi.
Ah.
So tell us about your, what you call it, wondering if your assignment was finished, and then what made you ready to now leave Tanzania and transition to Kenya.
Well, I visited my friend. It took her about 4 or 5 years before I finally hooked up with her.
Yeah.
I actually hooked up with her in Tanzania first.
Yes.
And then I said, I'm going to come and visit you. So I realized what was keeping me bound was I'm traveling in a foreign country I don't know. So it was fear.
Yeah.
So, and that's what kept me. But when the Most High releases you, there is something that rose up in me that says, I don't have to fear because I will be with you.
Come on.
He just reminded me, I'm with you. You don't have to be afraid. I'm gonna travel with you. And I literally came here by myself.
I did not give you what? The spirit of fear.
But the power, love, and the power that I got just in that thought,
Wow.
that you were with me.
Yes.
And so when I came here to visit, the first week I was here, I knew. This place was like sleeping on a Sealy Posturepedic mattress.
Come on.
I just felt like it was saying, you are home. You are
Wow.
home. And I knew. I
Karibu
never,
Nubani.
yes,
Welcome home.
Zuri.
Yeah.
And so when I felt that feeling, and I am not a person that's moved by feelings,
Yeah.
but there was something about how I felt when I was here. I felt unencumbered.
Welcomed.
I felt welcome. I felt like this place belonged to me.
A peace that surpasses all
Understanding.
understanding.
So, and I asked the Most High, did I fulfill my assignment with the group I was with in Tanzania? Because one of the young ladies was pregnant, and I really felt, because she and I had gotten real close, and I really wanted to see her baby
Yes.
delivered. And so I was going to stay until, so when I left here, after 1 month of being here, I was going home to pack to come here. Now, mind you, the apartment I was in was furnished, so I didn't have a lot to pack. But when I got back there, I asked the Most High about that, and he said, you have completed all that you could do.
Wow, wow.
Not necessarily what he required, what was allowed for me to
To do.
fulfill.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, when I left Tanzania, I literally had no regrets.
Wow. See, and
None.
that's,
When I left America, I had no regrets, to the
see
point
there.
I left my daughter, my son, my grandchildren, and I made sure that when I left, I made sure each one of them had a passport.
That's it. So if they ever need to come,
And I told them, if you need a ticket, just let me know. Hey, I'm down. But don't expect to see me on this side of the world
wow.
again. Was that hard to do?
Yes, it
Absolutely.
is. It's never easy.
But knowing
Is it
that
worth
I
it?
am in the will of the Most High, knowing that He will comfort me, that He would give me everything I need to continue to live in this environment
Yes.
without any apprehension. I just knew it. And there is a knowing. I can't even explain. You know, it's kind of
Yeah.
like when it's time to do something. You just
just
get
know.
up and do it. You just know. How do you know? I don't know how I knew. I just knew in my spirit, in my soul. That's it. In my soul, I knew I was making the right decision.
Yes.
And anybody that knows me, I don't make haphazard decisions.
Nah.
I have to study it, have to do the research, I have to do all this here. I relied on other people to give me information
Wow.
through YouTube videos.
Yes.
And when there were certain people that I heard, I just knew. I can't remember the guy's name, but he said, I wasn't born in Africa, but Africa was born in me.
Wow.
And that statement alone gave me the confidence and the courage to say, I'm going to
I'm
Africa.
born to Africa.
I packed up everything, and I had a really nice house. I only was in there for 11 years, bought a brand new car. And I looked at everything that I owned and thought about how hard as a single woman
It was to
to
accomplish those
accomplish
things.
all that, working,
Walk away from it.
it wasn't even just that. I thought about how hard I had to work
Wow.
to buy the things that I thought I needed,
Come
to
on.
do what I thought I needed to do, to walk away from it, really, and looking at it, thinking, I never got to use the things that I bought because I was too busy working to pay for it.
Wow.
I was so busy trying to work, and did I accomplish the things? I had a little small bucket list of things I wanted to do.
Yes.
I accomplished those to the point, now this is being vulnerable.
Uh-huh.
So on my bucket list, I wanted to, as a single woman, I wanted to buy a house and pay the house off.
Come on.
Now, I was in California, so you know nothing there cheap.
Did nothing in California cheap.
Nothing cheap.
Not even a bottle of water.
And so, the way I set my house up, I paid extra every month and, paid all kind of things. So when I got ready to sell my house, I thought, oh man, that's a goal I didn't fulfill. He said, look at the contract. You see that price right there that says pay off the loan?
Yes.
I go, hey,
You paid it
I
off.
paid it off. It was so exciting to me because as a single woman, knowing the income I was making, to me, in the natural, is virtually impossible.
Yes.
But
You
I
feel that.
did it.
But the Most High, because now here it is, as you're saying this is a part of your bucket list in terms of paying off that house loan.
Yes,
Because it's time for you to now transition.
exactly.
So now let me
exactly.
make this happen. So when you transition, you're not transitioning with something
Yes,
hanging over you,
yes,
or something that is holding you back. I can't transition because
exactly.
I still have this to pay
Yes.
off.
Yes,
But you're able to pay it off and transition without worrying about
exactly.
something being hanging over your head.
Yeah.
So now my thing there again is in terms of, you asked the question, my assignment here in Tanzania,
Mhm.
whatever I needed to get accomplished was accomplished according to what was afforded for you to accomplish.
Exactly.
And sometimes we put more on ourselves,
Because of that codependency,
that
I
the
did that.
codependency
Yes,
and expectations according, because remember now, we're coming out of religion.
yes.
And
Oh.
religion has caused us to be bound in more ways than just worshiping the JC.
Yes.
It causes us to be bound mentally to some things, emotionally to some things, and also put a higher expectation on ourselves
Yep,
than we are.
yep,
Because at the end of the day, if we realize that if we would, what we started that part one with, if we would live in the moment,
Oh, my goodness. That's
we would
it.
accomplish so much more, and we would be
Yes.
so much more
Yep,
free and relaxed and at peace
yes.
when we live in the moment versus trying to figure out what's gonna happen 10 years from now.
You
I
can't
don't
figure out
even
today.
know how today is going to end. You don't know if you're gonna make it to your bed.
Thank you.
At the end of the, you would
Absolutely.
trust that you will make it to your bed to get a rest, but you don't know because you have to live in that moment.
That's it.
So now, here you are, in Malindi, in the coastal area of Kenya. She tell you all that she came and she spent 1 month with me,
That's it.
but I remember that first day of you coming. And you slept.
Ah, good night, son. Ah, yeah.
You slept. The peace,
The peace,
the peace.
yes. That peace was something I have really never felt. I think we look through our whole life looking for that kind of peace. And you know when you find it, when you can sleep.
Yeah.
That's when you know you found that peace.
Wow. And I'm
And I
so grateful because that
Not
was
only
one
that,
of.
wait a minute, I gotta say
Go
this.
ahead, go ahead.
The environment in which I was in afforded me to be able to sleep. See, when you're coming here and the Most High has provided a domicile for you to live where He lives and has been made available to you,
Come
Hey.
on, come
I
on.
couldn't do anything but sleep.
Listen,
But sleep.
so the thing is hey, let me tap myself on the shoulder. So I created
An environment.
with the Most High,
Yes.
because it was the Most High that had, that He dwells there in that
Yes.
place,
Yes.
that you found that place to
But it
oh,
wasn't
Lord.
just the house. It wasn't just the house. It was the owner of the space.
Come on.
It was the owner of the space. See, when the Most High brings the right people in your life,
Ah,
and you can sleep inside of a house of a person the first night you get there and feel safe. Hey, come
Yeah.
on now.
Wow.
That was
Wow.
provided for
Wow.
me.
Wow.
And I told her, I said, out of all the friends I've ever had, you surpassed them all.
Wow.
That's what it is when you're transitioning. It's what space has been cultivated for you to go in and
Wow.
feel the thing. And I'm not talking about just feelings. I'm talking about the whole picture. When you can paint a picture of a place where you are that has been, and you know without a shadow of a doubt, nobody did it but the Most High.
Yeah. Yeah. And for me, to be honest with you, that has been and is my continuous desire that when people come into the environment that the Most High has afforded me to have, that they feel at peace. They don't feel like they have to walk on eggshells.
Yes.
They don't feel like, what could I do? What can I say? But they feel at home.
Yep.
Like, wow, this really my home. I really I can move around here and I don't have to worry whether somebody's over my shoulder trying to make sure I do the right thing or don't do the right thing.
Remember the question I asked you?
What is my rules?
I said, okay, so tell me, what is the house
What's the
rules?
host rules?
She looked at me like I had asked a foreign question, like,
House.
rules? House rules? Wait a minute, but don't you have boundaries here? And you're like, boundaries? It's like, but that was the environment that was there. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. And so finally I told her, I said, I'm moving here. I'm moving here. She said, are you sure? I'm moving here.
Because my question is this, even when she said that you're moving here,
Yeah.
yes, the environment was created for you to feel at peace and feel at home.
Mm.
Yes, you felt welcome.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes when we, even though we feel all of those things, making sure that not only that it's a good thing,
Mhm.
but it's a most high thing, because
That was
yeah,
it.
that the land also received you. See, that's
That's
the other
it.
aspect of
That's
it
it.
too.
Oh
That
my
the
God.
land itself, also the environment is like when I moved to Malindi, just how I reached by the airport,
Mhm.
I heard welcome home.
Oh, wow.
You see?
That's it.
So when you come, it wasn't only just coming, I come in to visit a friend, I come in to visit another sister to see what, understand me, but the environment said, welcome home.
Absolutely.
So your spirit
Absolutely.
connect with the spirit of the land.
Yep, I believe that. And I believe that.
And then again, right? Well, we're talking every weekend in here. Truly an environment was set. So in coming to Malindi, in terms of movement and moving around, tell the
Hey,
people.
listen. She showed me a few things, and all of a sudden it's like, I gotta get out of here. I have walked this entire city. I get lost, but some kind of way, I find out a familiar place. I've gotten lost for 30 seconds, but eventually, this place and everybody here,
Once they know you.
once they know you, hey, it is the most, it's a peaceful place with all its nuances, with all its problems, with all its religion stuff. Listen, when you connect with
Yeah.
this place will connect with you.
Yes.
And you don't, listen, I had to find, I told Charmaine, I said, you got your house. I said, but listen, I gotta have my own space.
Yeah. I was trying to hold on to her, but she's like, no, no, I need my own space. And remind me of the time when they said, every woman, they said every tub need to sit on its own bottom.
Yes.
So you can get two women in one house. But
I
we
used
got along well, though.
We got along very well.
That's
And-
the good thing. The
and
chemistry was really,
When I wanted
Beautiful.
to cook, it's like, okay, I told her straight out, I said, I don't feel comfortable cooking in your kitchen, but I'll get used to it.
and I was comfortable eating the food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we both, I realized we both are amazing cooks. Yes, I am patting myself. But we
Yeah.
both are amazing cooks. We cook, and we've learned to cook what we have
What do
here.
we have here?
And it's not necessarily Swahili food. We cook what we want.
We cook, yeah.
Whatever we find, we cook
We
it.
cook.
And it's just, that's another thing. When you're coming here and transitioning, you have a certain palate.
Yeah.
And that palate may not fit here.
Yeah.
You are not going to find the flavors that you're used to. Taco seasoning here is not taco seasoning.
No.
No, it's more like Indian food.
Yes, a lot of Indian.
It's a lot of
ingredients.
Indian influence here.
Yeah.
So what you got to get, and I try to really tell people, when you come in here, don't bring a lot of things, because once you run out, you got to start from
You start
scratch.
from scratch.
You got to figure it out now.
I mean, that's the come back to now. You have to bring yourself into alignment to make those
Exactly.
adjustments. But if you do that adjustment early on in your travels,
Exactly.
it lessens your frustration.
Yes, it does.
It lessens, because I can tell you, when I first came and I went into the city, because I was in Nairobi first before I came to Malindi, my first time going into the grocery store, I was like, I did not see anything
You were
that
familiar with.
I was familiar, so I didn't shop.
You didn't.
I did not shop because I didn't see anything that I knew.
Yes.
And then I was like, you need to eat, woman. So what you gonna do? You
Go starve.
so every day you're gonna go to get tea and cake or tea and chips, and so I had to now
Yeah.
make the adjustments in terms of the different type, the name brand of food and
Yes.
the rice that is grown locally here.
Yes.
This is the most I've ever eaten greens
Come on.
in all of my 50 plus years. The most
Come
I've
on.
eaten greens is since I
Every
came
day.
here, and it's fresh.
Oh my gosh.
It is fresh. You
Yes.
understand? The carrots are fresh.
Yes.
The avocados, the
the
mangoes,
oh
the
my
pineapple, the watermelon with seeds.
With
Okay.
seeds.
Okay.
With seeds. Oh my. And the oranges, the first orange I cut, I
With
counted
seeds.
them. They had 30 seeds in
Seeds.
one
Orange. Yes.
I was like, they got oranges
That's
here.
it. Yep.
And it's all different. It's not going to taste like it has taste in
No.
America. It's not going to. Your oranges here are very orange, but they're not as sweet as what you get in America.
Yeah.
But can I tell you the nutritional value
It's
of them?
more here.
It's much more here. And with the greens, she's talking about greens. Oh my gosh. they don't, when you go out, they only give you like one spoon of greens. What I found out, there's more nutrition in that one spoon. You don't need a whole plate full of greens.
No.
All you need is just a little bit.
Mhm.
And here, you're not gonna find things like lettuce.
No,
You have to, they got one market here, one.
Nivus in Malindi.
And they have one kind of lettuce here, one.
Yeah,
So you're not gonna get the variety that you get here.
yeah.
But know this, when your spirit is right and you're on a mission for the Most High, when you're trying to fulfill your purpose, if you have the right mindset and not trying to make the place into what you want,
What it
but
is.
accepting that what it is.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the opportunities and the possibilities are really endless.
Yes.
They really are.
So now that you're here in Malindi, Malindi has truly welcomed you.
Yes.
And one of the things that I know that you found that when you came, even from myself, to see the interaction
Yes.
with the people, and once they know you,
Oh boy.
they know you.
You become a magnet.
Yeah.
A
Once
little
they
more.
know you, they look out for you.
Yes.
The other day, when it was we went out and the tuk-tuk driver saw me, he said, Madam, I'm going to turn around and take you wherever you're going. I'm just going to give you a ride. And I'm like, no, we're going to walk into the market. But that's their excitement
They excited to see you.
to see you.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. At first you would think it was all about your money.
No.
You understand? Because they see us as quote unquote
ATM
an
machine.
ATM machine and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But then after a while of them realizing that you're here and you're a part of the
And you're going
family
to
and
be
you go
here.
and you're gonna be here, they really embrace you. They
Yes.
really look out for you. They take care of you. They make sure nobody else rob you.
Oh,
You
yeah.
understand? They
Oh,
make
yeah.
sure nobody else can pull a wool over your eye and stuff like that. Even when you maybe go into the market,
Yeah.
there are persons in the market that literally look out for you when you're going to get your
Yes.
watermelon and your
Yes.
pineapples and stuff like that. So an atmosphere, I must say, that an atmosphere is set.
Yes.
Even in Malindi, an atmosphere is also set inside Nairobi.
Yes.
You understand? Because even if I decide and you decide that you want to come in and you want to go into Nairobi, because I took you into
Yes.
Nairobi,
Ah.
you know, Nairobi is a little fast pace for those who like the fast pace and stuff like that. Nairobi is
Not
good
me.
for you. But if you lay back and you really want to come and embrace life, be rejuvenated, see the age, let's talk about it. Since you keep me in terms of your health and your vision.
Hey, in the States, they said I had the beginning of cataracts. Since I've changed my diet and moved here, they also said I had high blood pressure. Since I've been here and I've totally changed my diet, no blood pressure, and when I got my eyes checked, about 2 months ago?
Now
There
we're
is
talking about
no-
now
there
relocated,
is
not
no
even Tanzania.
cataracts.
Since she's come to
Yeah.
Malindi,
Yes,
the cataract is,
they're not there. They're there. And when I would go at night, it's like I see headlights and they would just like the lights would just be so bright and starry. But none of that, all of that is transitioning.
transitioning,
Transitional.
walking in obedience.
Walking in, and that's part of fulfilling your destiny. There are, what do I want to say? There are treasures along your path
Along the journey.
that's just for you.
Yes.
When you get on the right path. That's treasure that the Most High has along. And the thing about it I want to say is this. Every transition is a process. It's a process. You may see the end from the beginning, but you understand you're not going to get there without the process.
That's it.
That process,
The
and the
process.
process may not always be easy. The process is to bring you to a level of endurance that you
Yes.
can fulfill the purpose and destiny.
Yes.
But you've got to go through the process. And the process is this. Every time I went and I ran into an obstacle, I had to stop and reevaluate.
Yeah.
I had to say, okay, this is a rough patch.
Yeah.
How do I want to navigate this? So I had to go and talk to the Most High. how are we gonna, and my thing is we. I can do it by myself, but it'd be so much better if I had a partner.
Yeah.
So I partnered with the Most High.
Yeah.
And can I tell you, I wanna say this. This is the thing that has been the most overwhelming being here.
Come on.
I can think something the night
Come
before,
on.
wake up in the morning, and I've got the answer. Don't even make no sense. Don't even make,
Because we're moving at a different level now, or what they call a different frequency. At a
That's it.
different frequency when you're
That's
here,
it.
because now you come to a place whereas you
Yes.
empty yourself
Yes.
of yourself, your preconceived notions,
Yes.
and allow
Yes.
what those, some people say allow the universe to show up,
I'm telling
allow the
you,
Most
it
High to
happens.
show up, allow
It
the
happens.
vibration to just do what they do.
Oh my gosh, I literally just think of things. And there's the scripture that says, ask and it shall be given. If you read the 1611 version of that, it says ask without motive.
Yeah. So what's your motive between?
What's your motive
behind
behind-
asking
Come
for what
on
you
now.
asking for? Is it from a pure place
Exactly.
or is it from a selfish place?
Exactly.
Wow.
And everything, I'm telling you, I don't want a lot. Like I said, everything I had in America, I don't want to live like that anymore.
Without hoarding that.
Yes. So when I moved out of Charmaine's house, literally, this is the truth. I went to two places. When I walked on the grounds of this beautiful place right here,
One day.
in one day, I was back in her house in an hour. In 1 hour, I found this place. When I walked on this place, I just knew. I knew. And can I tell you, there is no different than the atmosphere there at her house than it is here.
Here.
Same atmosphere.
Same atmosphere.
Everything is created. All I own is a bed. I had to buy a refrigerator and stove, but all I own is a bed. And I don't plan on buying any more furniture. If somebody wants to come, we'll get a mattress, throw it on the floor.
Come on.
But it's those things. That's
It's
what
a
I want
little
to say.
simple things now.
It's simple.
Simple
And
things.
making life where you have to have everything to make you feel comfortable. This is not a comfortable place. I gotta be honest with you. Electricity here, if you're not careful, will drive you nuts.
Crazy. Yeah. 1 minute it on, the next minute.
FYI, buy a gas stove.
Yeah.
Don't buy no electric.
No, by gas stove.
But the thing about it is, I have learned to not let those things bother me.
So you could literally say that you're transitioning from America to Africa, more so now, Malindi. You found your place.
I found where I belong. We spend our whole life trying to find out where we fit. It's
Yeah.
not about where you fit, it's where you belong.
Come on.
And I don't even know if this is permanent.
No,
I don't
See?
even know that. It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. If I gotta move again, I have been so, and I don't want to use the term, I think it's a negative term. I haven't been broken. I've grown up.
Yeah, that's the difference. Ooh, come on.
I haven't been broken. I want you to know I haven't been broken. I grew up. I grew up to the place that the things that I used to think I needed, I don't need those things. Let me tell you something. If you can just get peace,
Uh-huh.
if you wake up every day and all you have is peace, that's all I need.
So
And I have that.
so they're saying this peace. This peace is a personal thing, is an inward thing. Because if you don't have peace with yourself,
Come on.
there's no way you're gonna have peace anywhere you go.
Exactly.
So it's a personal thing.
It's personal.
Because you could go in the most peaceful place there is.
Come on.
And because you're not at peace with yourself, you still got
Thank
that internal war going on with yourself. Guess what's gonna happen? That internal war is gonna
Yep.
absorb you in that environment that you're in. You now become the chaos.
You create your own chaos.
Yeah.
And we don't realize that. Because even in the middle of chaos, you can find peace.
Yes.
You can find peace in the middle of chaos.
Oh, and let me tell you, for me, in all the chaos that is going on, even around the world, and people sending
Yes.
videos to me, I saw, I think it was my sister had shared in one of the family groups, a content creator. And I think you may have sent it to me too, but several people sent me this very same video with this person talking about Africa is not for them and stuff
Mhm.
like that. And that's fine.
Yes.
Africa is not for everyone.
Everybody. It's not.
If you would look at my video that I did a few days ago called about the global migration,
Come on.
you would understand that in spite of what people saying, Africa's still the base.
That's it.
It's still the homeland. It's the place where everybody started from and migrated outward.
Mhm.
So yes, we were the first in the Americas and the first in all these other places. We were the first.
Yes.
Because this is home. I'm not an African, okay? That's
Okay.
fine. Fine. There's no debating that.
Yeah.
Africa is not for me. That's fine. But at the same time, too, do not belittle, bewitched,
Absolutely.
demonize
Absolutely.
a place because it's not for you.
Yep. Yeah,
Because it's
absolutely.
not for you. But it's for somebody else.
Here is the
And this is what people miss.
Mhm.
It's a personal journey.
It's a personal journey. When you're walking the journey, and like people say, it's not for me. It's not for you. Why? Why is it not for you? And if it's not for you, that's okay. But do you, like, it's kind of like this. When you're teaching your kids something and when they're young, it's like, and then all of a sudden, when they get 25, 30, you look at them, it's like, Mom, I think I'm gonna. I told you that 10 years ago.
Okay?
But it's the same thing.
Mhm.
You have to grow into the process.
Yeah.
It might not be from you right now,
Mhm.
but in 2 years you might realize, you know what? I think I made a mistake.
Yeah.
And the mature thing, the grown-up thing to do is say, you know what? I made a
The
mistake.
mistake.
I
Yeah.
made a mistake.
Acknowledge
the
the
mistake.
mistake you make.
There was a song years ago, and we're talking about creating your own chaos. It says, you can't hide from yourself,
No, you can't.
because
hide from
everywhere
it.
you go,
You did.
there you are.
Okay?
If you take you with you, the scripture says, laying aside every weight. Some things in us may not be sin, but they are weights.
Weights.
And some of those can be people and
Yes.
ideas and mindsets and thoughts and belief systems.
Come on, you better say. She giving us a lot of gems, y'all.
I'm telling you, I had so many belief systems, especially coming out of the church.
Yeah.
And do you know, I've been here 3 years. I've been out of the church about 5 years now. And I'm still realizing I still
How much
have
church inside of you?
come on.
You can take the man out of the church, but you can't take church out of the.
Oh, yeah, that's a lie. I'm going out. I'm getting rid of that.
Get rid
And
of it.
it doesn't have anything to do with religion, but it has to do with
Learn-
relationship. I need a relationship with this woman. He says, love thy neighbor as thyself. I need a relationship with her. And see, we think, I am an independent woman,
Yeah.
but I found out something. Here we go, it's a grown-up thing, grown-up thing.
Grown up.
I am not independent. I'm
Interdependent.
interdependent.
There
I
you
need
go.
her in my life. Do you know we're the only two here?
Mhm.
If something happens to her, something happens to me, we can only
We
rely
come
on
from
each
one
other.
and one another. That's right here in Melinda. Yep.
But this is the beginning of building a community.
Yes.
She got people that's coming. I got people that's coming.
Yes.
Building a community is what the Most High wants. You can't build a community till you build a family.
That's it.
You can't build after you build a family,
Yeah.
then you can build a community.
That's
Once you
it.
build a community, and you're talking about building a nation, it starts with
A family
me and you.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
And so, yes, we're gonna do this thing.
Yeah.
But no matter what, the process is gonna go
The
on,
process.
with or without.
With or without us. And so I could truly say that you're transitioning.
I am transitioning. And I'll probably transition till the day I transition. And you know, I'm really okay with that.
Yeah.
If I leave this earth tomorrow, if I leave it tonight, I don't have any regrets.
Hallelujah.
When I left
Wow,
America,
that's
I,
amazing.
I made contact and I made it well with all of my children,
Mhm.
my sisters and brothers, all the people that was important in my life.
Yes.
When I left Tanzania, I did the best I could.
There you go.
I have no regrets.
Yeah.
I have no regrets. The only regret I have right now is that I would like to see this to the end.
Yeah. And that's the thing is that's no, say the only regret is you would like to see it to the end.
Yeah.
But
If I don't, it's okay.
it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
And so truly, for me, I really appreciate. And let me know. They're now because of the English language.
Yes. The only words we have.
The only words we have because we're now kidogo learning
Yes.
Swahili,
Yes.
poli.
Yeah.
when we look at some of these words, I appreciate, but I try to say, appreciate love,
Yeah.
appreciate love
Mhm.
you. Um, I'm thankful to the Most High that when you came, an environment was created
Yes.
for you to come and feel at home and feel welcome and feel like this is the place where you belong. This is like, wow, this is what community feels like.
This is
One
what it feels
person
like.
at a time.
And one person at a time.
And one of the things I thank the Most High, many of my viewers would know that my biggest thing was always being that one. I'd always tell people, come home. I'm happy to welcome you. You could sleep on this and that. Now I got a little bit of a bigger place now.
Yes.
So you got your own space to come and catch yourself and
Yep.
be able to, but we're here building a community.
Yes, we are.
There's some other things that are on the drawing board. We
Yes,
cannot
yes.
really disclose it at this particular time, but we are really building a community.
We are.
We are really building a community. So you're welcome home, Karibu Nubani. You are so welcome home.
Yes.
There's a place, there's an atmosphere set for you to come home to feel at peace, to get the rest that you need. You may just want to come and just visit. You
That's
may
it.
not be like us. I can be honest with you. When I first came, I didn't think I was coming and I was staying and I was never returning to the Western world. You understand? I thought I was coming, spying out the land, looking into some things, and then I would come, go back, and then come back and, back and forward. I didn't know I was going to be here all of this time without even leaving the land. But nevertheless, there's no regrets inside of me.
Absolutely none.
The only thing I really, my heart's desire is for my children and my grandchildren to come.
Absolutely.
Anybody in their right mind would want their children and their
Absolutely.
grandchildren to come and enjoy this peace that was
Yes,
created, this
yes.
environment that is created for them to come to.
Mhm.
And so for me, you experiencing this and now you're being able to share this with the world and let them know, hey, listen, there's an environment that has been
Yes.
created.
It's been created. And my house is an extension of her house.
Yes.
The same atmospheres in her house I have tried to create here.
Yep.
And they're like, even to the point where this is the most unusual thing. I want to build my own home at some point in time. And I always wanted a porch like this.
Yep.
And when I saw it, I thought, it's
This
like
is
the,
it.
it's like the Most High is giving you a taste of what I have for you.
Yeah.
So when you're thinking about coming, don't worry. Don't let fear or apprehension or anything get in the way.
Where am I gonna stay?
Where am I gonna stay? The Most High has already provided for you.
Yes.
Can we house everyone? Yeah. We don't know how yet, but we can do it.
We can do it, even if we got a pitch tent.
Even
Even if we can pitch tent.
But the Most High has provided a way for you.
Yes.
If you really believe that He is calling you here, there's a lot of people here that's come here that were not called here, and they've already transitioned back to the States because they were looking for America,
Yeah.
and they couldn't
We
find.
cannot
what
look
they
for
wanted.
America here.
You can't find America. You can find a mentality here, but it's not America. When you actually get into the heart of it, you're going to see this is not America.
No.
It's not. The people are not going to treat you like they treat you in America. You're looking for community. That's what you get here. And majority of us got neighbors right next door that we don't even know in America.
Yeah.
Because we don't know how to indulge and appreciate community. But community is here.
Community is what you create.
It's what you
You
create.
create.
Yes.
If you don't create a community, if you live an isolated life, that's the
Exactly.
isolated life that you're gonna have.
That's what
But
you're
if you're a
gonna have.
person who speaks Habari, everyone, Habari, Jasuri,
And half the time you have no idea what they're saying. I found one word, Sialewe. That means I don't know what you're saying. Sialewe. I use the hand gestures because it's like, I think that, I don't know. And they look at me like,
okay. But
And, I
Zogu.
love, and you know what? Let me tell you something. When you speak bad Swahili, they laugh at you.
Yeah.
But you got to get to the point where you laugh at yourself because you sound like you don't know what you're saying. But it's okay. because that's what community is.
Yeah.
They're not laughing at you because you sound funny. They're laughing at you because
They know.
they know
Yeah,
what they
she's
will
not
do.
familiar.
What they will do is try to help you.
Yeah.
They'll tell you exactly what to say. They'll say certain things. They help you speak the language.
Yes.
They're here for you. They're not making fun of you. They're just laughing.
And let me tell you this, the other thing too. And I heard several people, oh, you need to learn to speak English. No, you come into somebody else's house
That's it.
and telling them they
They
need to learn. Yeah,
English. No, they
no,
don't.
just they're home. This is what they
Yes.
know.
Yeah.
Yes, some people know how to speak English
Mhm.
a little bit,
Yeah.
and they try their best
Yes, they do.
to speak to you in English as best as they can.
Yeah.
But Swahili is their language,
It's
or Giriama is their language, or Nuya is their language, or Lua,
Kikuyu.
Kikuyu.
Yeah.
Everybody has, every tribe
Has a
has a
language.
mother tongue.
Absolutely.
The binding language is Kiswahili,
Yes.
but every tribe has its tongue. And so,
And don't let that discourage you because you don't speak the language. You can even start learning it now if you're thinking about coming.
yeah.
It's not hard. You can go. I have translator because when I don't know what they're saying, I just put it in the translator.
That's it.
And half the time the translator, sometimes they not
Wait,
be
wait,
right.
mistake.
But that's what they're laughing at because it's like, what did you say?
What you trying to
And
say?
they don't even say it in English. What? Which makes me laugh because it's like, I know I sound weird, but I'm going to keep
Oh,
trying.
keep on trying.
And that's what this is all about. You don't give up because it's a little difficult.
Yeah. And so that's what I say to you too, because, sometimes people look at our age, and they say, you wait until you this, to be thinking about doing this kind of thing, there's such a big chance. And they always say, oh, be careful or keep safe.
Yes, yes.
How many times have they say, keep safe?
Yeah.
That's another question. Have you ever felt unsafe
Here.
here,
How many times have you seen me walking up and down the street, don't know where I'm going?
all by yourself? All by yourself. I have
worry
been
about
in
getting
Belindy
robbed.
longer than her. And she's walked more places than I have.
I done went down alleys that don't even have roads, probably not even on the map. I don't know how I end up in those places. But they just look at you because they know you different, but nobody bothers you.
Nobody bothers you.
The kids come out, hi.
Hey, sure.
Oh, yes. It's like every alley, every nook and cranny is a safe
Or they say,
environment.
Shikamo.
Shikamo. Marhaba. That's what you say. But the thing about it is you never not feel safe. The people that I see that don't feel safe are not present conscious.
Yeah.
Present. They're not evaluating the atmosphere around them. Because if you're evaluating, it's safe. It's very, very safe.
That's it.
Yeah, they don't bother you. They might yell out and ask you a question or speak to you, and they speak it in Swahili.
Yeah,
My
they
favorite
come
word
walk
is
up to
"See you
you.
later."
How many times people walk up to you and just start speaking Swahili? They just,
And
they
you just
assume
don't know Swahili. That means I speak a little Swahili. And then next thing you know, they go into English.
They go into
Yeah,
English.
so it's you don't ever. And I want to say this. At my age, I'll be 70 in November. Don't let age discourage you from pursuing. If you're still alive, you still have purpose. You still have destiny.
Yes.
You still have a beginning and you still have an end.
Yes.
Don't be stopped by the fact that, oh, I'm too old for this. That's a mindset.
Yes.
Because I'm telling you, I'll walk her.
Yes, she does.
She keeps telling me, I'm back here. Why are you still back there?
Because she been walking so far. Me, I take it back. I got it like this. As long as I've been here, there are still some things you miss even in walking.
Exactly.
No, actually in driving. Because when you're driving,
Yeah, you keep
you
your
miss
head.
it. So now I'm walking and I'm like, oh wow, I didn't know this was here. Oh wow, and this is she done gone. And I'm like, damn man, she finally slowed down. She's like, oh, I didn't know this was. I told you slow down. So we could see.
Yes. And I'm learning to
Slow
slow
down.
down.
And you're not slowing down to say when you think
Yeah.
about life, you're tired or lazy, but you're slowing down to take in
To
the
be present
to be
in
present
the
in the
moment.
moment.
And there's a lot of things you will miss when you're not.
Yeah.
A lot of
And there's a lot of
opportunities.
things we find when we
on.
slow down.
Come on, we found chips.
We find, because you got it?
cassava chips.
chips.
We found kombucha.
Kombucha.
Come on.
We find some
The things you want are here. They may not be in the flavors you like, but they're here.
here, yeah.
They
We find
are.
flavored,
Come on.
the different fabric stores.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
we find so many
Thank
little
you.
treasures.
Many,
Oh,
many.
and we got a
things.
good carpenter too.
Oh,
Yeah, our custom made beds.
Custom made.
Let me tell you some good
Ah.
quality wood. We can't even pick them up.
And they're not expensive.
Not expensive at all
Yes.
either. So
Here you will find a way of life if you allow yourself.
Yeah.
If you give yourself the grace to explore. Look at everything as not as a problem, but as an opportunity. You know,
Yeah.
the word in Chinese for problem is opportunity.
yeah,
There are so many opportunities here at any age, at any financial status. There are opportunities here. Do you want to indulge in them all? No. You want to find something that fits and
Fits
suits
you.
you.
there's another question I want to ask before we bring this this session to a close, because we talk about immigration
Hey.
in Tanzania. I want to talk about the immigration here in Kenya.
Okay, if I could have my phone right now, the immigration man took us out to lunch.
Yeah,
We have his personal phone number. When you go into immigrations here,
they
it's
make you
empty
feel
beside us. They make you feel like you just walked into their house. They welcome you
you're
in.
welcome in.
When she took me there, I thought, no, this is not immigrations. I've been to immigrations in Tanzania. They make you feel like you are a bother. They treat you like you have no rights in the world, like you are like a non-entity to them. But here, I've never experienced, and I'm gonna tell you something, going through those borders
Yeah.
is emotionally anxiety.
Yes.
Because you don't know, they can throw you out of this country at any time.
Yes.
Going through those borders is very, very difficult emotionally. But I got here, it's like, hey,
Immigration to the border was
that's the most stressful part of my whole existence here, is going through immigrations. And not even immigrations anymore, just going through the borders.
yeah.
So flying in would probably be better, but you still got to go through immigrations. And like I said, they're not kind. They don't have the fruit of the spirit. They have a
Well,
spirit, but it ain't the fruit.
That's in Tanzania.
That's in
That's in Tanzania.
Yeah.
But now we're talking about Kenya.
Yes,
They problem solve.
yes, they do.
They try to
They do.
walk you through
Yes.
the process as fast as they could.
Absolutely.
I mean, they literally make you feel
Yes.
comfortable.
At home.
And, at home.
Yeah.
And so I'm grateful that you came here. And the same thing, because I had a problem with immigration in Tanzania too when I
Yeah.
flew from Tanzania, because I flew from Kenya to Tanzania, my first trip to Dar es Salaam. I flew
Mhm.
out, and immigration in Kenya was beautiful going out.
Ah.
But when I got into Tanzania, it was a
Yeah.
whole totally change of atmosphere, change of, what you call it, attitude.
Attitudes, yes.
But then, when I was coming back out of Tanzania, there again, the immigration in Tanzania, the attitude was so
Yes.
terrible. But when I got to
Terrible.
Kenya, it was like beautiful.
Yes.
But now, the immigration to the border
Yes.
of Tanzania and Kenya, I found that the Tanzanian immigration there was a bit better than the
Which
ones
one?
at the airport.
Nairobi or-
No, longer.
Okay,
At
yeah.
the bus, when I took the bus back and forth.
Okay, yeah.
The bus was good.
Yeah.
Even when I went to Arusha,
Mm-hmm.
the immigrations at Arusha border was also good. But here inside Malindi,
Hey,
the immigration here in Malindi,
I love
their
it.
level of professionalism, their
Yes.
level of
Hospitality.
hospitality,
They have
their
hospitality.
diligence, they're doing
Yes.
their due diligence.
Yes.
That's one of the things too. They check your form, make sure you fill out
Yes.
everything properly,
Yes.
make sure you get the
Yes.
right information and stuff
Yes.
like that. They don't just leave you on your own.
Yeah.
They literally walk you through
Yeah.
the process.
They treat you like you
Human,
are a
like they
human
see you.
being. They see you.
Yeah.
When you walk in there, they greet you.
Yeah,
And they don't look at you like you're bothered with them.
Yeah.
They treat you like a citizen. They treat you like we really appreciate you living in our city.
yes,
And I that has taken some of the pressure off
Yeah.
of now traveling. It's like I don't want to leave outside of
Okay, yeah.
Kenya because it's like, oh my God. And really here, that's the attitude of everybody.
Yeah, that's
It's
the
not
attitude of
just-
Kenya.
It's the attitude of Kenya.
Yeah, the
I can
Kenyans.
say Malindi.
Kenyans are.
Even when we were in Nairobi,
Mhm.
they still treated us.
Yes, those
And-
Kenyans are.
Yes.
Let me tell you.
The restaurants we went into.
Yeah.
Listen, the waitress and waiters they just was so kind and nice.
Listen, we only could talk from our experience.
That's
Now,
it.
somebody else may have had another experience,
Yes.
but as for me and for Mama Cheryl,
Yes.
I've been here the longest in Kenya, and my encounter with Kenyans, I dare not complain.
At all.
Let me tell you something.
At all.
And everywhere you go, you're gonna have some tricksters.
Yes.
Yeah, everywhere you go,
Expected.
when they hear your
Yeah.
English,
They gonna try to.
they can try. If something costs $1, they can try and get $2 out of you.
Yes.
Anywhere you go, even in the Bahamas,
And you have to expect.
Yeah.
They did that in the United
in
States.
America, you
Oh.
understand? In Jamaica, everywhere you go, once they know you're not from there and you're not familiar with the place, they can try and get a little bit extra out of you. And so
And
we,
once you know the prices, you don't
once
have
you know the
problem.
prices,
Yeah.
that's like sometimes when I get inside of in the
Oh.
tuk-tuk,
Her and the tuk-tuks.
they say, how much? 300. I say, I only just pay 150 from here to it. They say, okay, no, So
She's a
see,
little different.
everything is negotiable for me now.
Everything here is
Negotiable.
negotiable. Everything.
No
is.
price is fine.
Except for when you go in Nivus, is not.
No,
But everywhere
Nivus
else,
is not
there's
not
not
negotiable. You go to the fabric store, negotiable.
Yeah.
You go to the fruit market, it's negotiable.
Yeah, and all you gotta do is go, hey, too much.
That's too much. How much you want to pay?
And listen, I don't do that. All I do is go, hapana. Hapana means no. That means, hapana sana means no thank you. I start walking away, mama. It's like, how much you want to pay? How much you want? And so, but here is the thing that you have to remember. You still want to be fair.
Yes, you do. Yes,
It's
you
not
do.
just getting the lowest price.
But
These-
being fair.
It's about being fair. What is
Yeah.
a fair price? And that's what, and when I go to the market now, I deal with them like that.
Yeah.
And when I realize they're trying to cheat me, I go like, you know that's too much.
Yeah.
And now, you know the guy who just sells us the watermelons all the
Uh-huh.
time. I go, you know that's too much. I'm not paying no 350 for that. No, I'm not.
Uh-huh.
And he says, how much you want to pay? I want to pay. I say 50. He go, mama. And I just want to see, like even sometimes
Yeah.
the Bajaji drivers,
Yeah.
the tuk-tuk drivers,
Yeah.
when I'm at the market, you got a few of them,
Yeah.
300, and I go, all I go is 150, and if they say, oh, 200, and I just walk, I don't argue with them.
No,
I turn and
no
walk
argument.
away. You don't have to argue
No.
with them, you don't have to negotiate.
No.
You tell them the price. I know how much it costs from the market to here.
Yes, that's it. See,
I
that's the
know how much,
difference.
and it's about knowing things,
Yeah.
not, and see, when I first, it used to bother me in Tanzania when they tried to cheat you. It really bothered me, but what I come to realize, they're just surviving.
They're surviving.
They are trying to figure out how I can live and go home every day and feed my family.
Pay by family. Because
Getting
you know,
upset.
100 bob, sometimes to them,
It's
they
a whole
still-
day's
it's a whole- that's-
salary.
not only that, 100 bob, they go buy with small package of unga, or
Mhm.
ugali,
Ugalis.
stop and get some greens,
Yes.
and that's dinner.
That's dinner for their whole family.
That's the whole dinner for the
Yeah.
whole family.
So getting upset is not necessary.
Which
All
is
you have to know-
$1 or
Exactly.
less than $1.
Exactly.
Yes.
So what you want to do is just not get upset. But if you don't want their services, just move on
Just
to the
move on
next.
to the next.
But don't get upset, don't get angry, don't fuss, don't cuss. It's not necessary.
No.
They need to feed their family. I'm not going to let you cheat me to feed feed your family. But
Right.
if I deal with you, I'm going to give you a fair price.
Yeah.
A fair price.
Yeah.
And to come to my house is one price, and sometimes at the market I'll find one that charges me less.
Yeah,
And then but when he
When
gets
you
here,
home, you give
I
them-
give him the right price. I give him
Yes.
the right price. So
yeah.
it's about you having a heart for the people. And if you don't have a heart for these people, you shouldn't come. I'm just
No,
gonna be honest
that's
with
the
you.
truth.
You should not come here because you're gonna get frustrated, you're gonna get angry, you're gonna start doing things that could get you in trouble, get you thrown out the country. because of your unresolved issues,
Issues.
unhealed hurt, and unmet needs. We all
Yeah.
have them, but we've got to confront them and deal with them,
Yeah.
so that when we come, we can have a heart for the
Yeah.
country, for the
Yeah.
continent, for the people,
So we can know how to now integrate,
and become that
become
community.
that community.
So that the Christ, he can build.
Ubuntu,
Ubuntu.
I am because you are.
Yes.
And
That's it.
that's
I
the
am-
art, because you are. Because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it's
That's what it's all about. Yes. And I have the most
Becoming-
amazing landlords.
That was the next
Ah.
question I was gonna ask.
Hey.
I was gonna say, talk about
Yes.
is the renting here.
Ah.
The,
Okay, the rent here is very good.
the rent,
The rent is very good. Very, very, very good.
yeah,
You can rent fully furnished, or you can rent
Unfurnished.
unfurnished.
yeah,
I wanted unfurnished because I wanted to get a bed made, and
Yeah.
so, but, you can do whatever you wanna do, but the rent here, and, the one thing about it is you usually have someone to negotiate for you,
yeah,
which is even better, because they don't hear your English.
yeah,
So, and it's part of the culture.
Yeah.
Understand this, if they're overcharging you because they hear your Mzungu English, it's just part of the fabric of the
Yeah.
country.
Because they
They're
see-
not, they don't see themselves as robbing it, they see themselves as surviving.
and surviving, that's
That's
it.
all it is.
Yeah,
And they're not trying to rob you, but if the Most High has called you here, you're going to run into some of this.
yeah.
Just know this, we're here to help you.
And you can overcome it.
You can overcome it.
Because once you get see, the thing about it is like jumping rope. You could jump in, but then after a while you
rhythm.
get the rhythm. Once you get the
Yes.
rhythm,
Yes.
then you'll be okay.
Yeah.
And so if you're thinking about, let's say you're a single person
Mm-hmm.
and,
Me?
and you want to come as a single person. As a single person, depending on their caliber of lifestyle, you could live from $500 a month to
Yeah.
wherever.
Even less than that.
Even less than that, but I say 500 because I'm equivalent, like
Your phone.
your rent, your phone, your
Internet, if you need it.
electricity, and internet, you understand, and grocery.
And groceries. And
That's-
if you go to the market and cook your own food, the groceries is like,
Yeah.
I spend about what, maybe 1,000 a week or something on
On
groceries?
a thousand, Bob, on just fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, in a week. And
Yeah,
that
that's a
that
week.
lasts me about a week. Well, I go twice a month because then I restock on other stuff.
Yeah,
But yeah, and
So-
that's equivalent to what, like $10?
$10.
$10.
like
yeah.
$10. So when I say $500 for a single person,
Mhm.
I'm talking about that's $500 can do you so much because guess
Yes.
what? That was my budget when I was in the city.
Wow.
When I was in the city, $500 a
Wow.
month was my budget, and that's taking Uber,
Wow.
going out like once every 2 weeks. I'll go out to like Javas or something like that to have something to eat. So I made sure that was my budget. I wrote out that I knew
Where every dime went.
where every dime
Mhm.
went. You
Mhm.
understand?
Mhm.
Because I didn't want to take anything that anyone gave me and take. And also with that 500, I was giving.
See?
I was going to the orphanage and giving to the
There
orphanage.
you go.
I was
See?
helping another family.
There you
So you could do that as a single person.
Yeah.
Now with a family, say a family of 5, a mother, father, 3 children,
Mhm.
you could run yourself anywhere from
To
there,
700 maybe.
700 from 700 to 1,000.
Mhm.
You understand? Depending on your spending habits there again.
Yeah.
Because here you make the adjustments.
Mhm.
You understand? Your going out habits will become different.
Yes.
And I can say this, when you first come, you're excited because you want to
Yes.
see so many different things. Like I said, until you get into that rhythm.
Yes.
Once you get into that rhythm, then you could govern yourself
Absolutely.
accordingly. This is now what my spending habit is going to be.
Yeah.
This is my places I'm going to go and stuff like that. You understand? Because trust you me, the prices of things, well, of course, you don't want to always.
Oh, yeah. But then what you do is create another house in America.
Yeah,
That's what you don't
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to
you do.
do. Because not only that, if you know you're in a place that's renting and your intentions is to buy, it's not that easy. You don't have U-Haul to come and pack it up and carry it away.
Oh, no.
It's not that simple here.
Yeah.
You got to move your own stuff, and you got to figure out how to do it your own way.
Yeah,
And so you want to be intentional.
yeah, intentional with your doing.
Intentional.
Yeah,
That's it. I have 3 appliances in my kitchen: a blender, a juicer, and a teapot. That's it.
yeah.
That's it. I don't.
So at least you got 3. I don't have any appliances in my kitchen outside of the stove and the fridge.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's because of my diet. That's
Yes.
the only reason why
Mhm.
I have those appliances. But
Yeah.
my teapot, listen, I can use a pot on the stove when the power go out.
Okay.
I can't do no with the blender
No,
though.
you can't do that with the
And the
blender.
juicer, I can't
No.
do that. But the bottom line is intentional.
Yeah.
Be
So,
intentional.
so the cost of living
It's
is very doable,
Very
very doable here.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of saying if a person's like, for us, we're not looking for just a job.
Yes.
So you, there again, you have to come with the intentions of
Having
either
a-
having a source of income or working from online.
Yes.
You understand, to have a source of income, because going through terms of trying to get a work permit and all this different stuff,
It's not that easy.
it's not that easy. You understand, to get a work permit and all that different stuff. But if you come with the intentions of creating your company
Yes.
or working from online and stuff like that, it is a little bit more easier and smoother for you. You know, I would always encourage people to, for me, when I was in the city, I created my own little garden.
Mhm.
So I used to
Yes.
grow my own tomatoes and my own little screens and stuff like that, my bell peppers and all those different things. I grew myself my thyme, my basil and all those different stuff. I
Yes.
grew myself when I was in the city.
Mhm.
Now where I'm at, I'm trying to restart that
Exactly.
project and stuff like that. So I got my little avocados and those things, trying to grow. My basil
Mhm.
died on me. My peppermint is growing.
All right.
I think I have, I don't know if that's pumpkin or watermelon that is growing right now. I just threw the seeds there. I'm like,
And
okay.
the ground here is so
So-
fertile.
I just threw the seeds and the seeds, it grew something.
Yes.
The lemongrass and all this different stuff. So living here is doable.
Yes.
It is doable, but you must structure yourself and have a plan.
Absolutely.
Have a plan.
Yeah.
But I really thank you so much, Mama Cheryl, for
You're welcome.
coming on the transitioning table and sharing with us and having this open conversation.
And that's what it's got to be, open dialogue,
Oh, open-
to give you the truth. We're telling you from our own experiences.
Yeah.
And you will have your own experiences.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. Don't look at them as a problem. Look at them as an opportunity and an experience, because experience is built.
Yes.
You don't learn algebra until you first learn math.
There you-
And to think you're gonna come here and do everything perfect when you get here, that's a delusional.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. To do something the first time, you're gonna make mistakes.
Yes.
But understand that that mistake is a learning point to
Yes.
say, okay, I realize I can't operate this way, so I gotta try this. And you're gonna try a lot of things
Yeah.
because you're new at it. And it's
Yes.
okay. But you got people here that are willing to help you and understand
Yes.
this. You're not independent, you're interdependent.
Interdependent,
If you
yes.
want to be independent, now you're gonna make a lot more mistakes.
Yeah.
Because I made a couple of them, and she said, "Why didn't you ask?" Because I didn't know it was a problem. That's why I didn't ask. I didn't know it was a question I was supposed to ask. And you're gonna run into the same thing.
Yes.
You know, it's like when they start a class. Does anybody have any questions? I don't even know what the class is about. How am I asking a question? You know, that's the reality of it. Is you
Yeah.
don't know what you're doing when you come here,
Yeah.
but it's not impossible to learn. And the key thing is, how excited about you and learning.
Yeah.
How much of a student are you? I realize I'm a perpetual student.
You must
realized
be.
it. I
You
am.
must be.
Yes,
Learn.
sir.
One of my things with the transitioning table is this: learn, unlearn, and relearn.
Exactly.
We gotta continue to be in that
Exactly.
same cycle, to learn, to unlearn, and to relearn. Because
Exactly.
every day is teaching us
Ah,
something
come
new.
on. Come
Every day,
on.
each day I live, I want to be what? The best.
Your best, yes. The
That,
best.
you know, and so every day we must learn something, unlearn something, and relearn something.
Absolutely.
And when you're coming here, that's permanent. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
That's a
permanent.
lifestyle.
That's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Because now you're coming from what you knew
Mm-hmm.
to something you don't know.
You have no idea.
You have Eden. As far as truly the east is from the west,
That's it.
night is from day. is two totally different
Yes, it
kind of
is.
mindset.
Yes.
And so I would encourage you to come. I definitely would encourage you to
Yeah.
come, even if it's just a visit for, not a week. You need at least a month.
At least a month.
1 month at
Yeah.
least.
Yes.
Give yourself 3 weeks to 1 month
Yeah.
to come and visit
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
read.
And the
fresh
air is
air.
so clean, the
Oh my
sky is
God.
so blue. I mean, the sky has this, sometimes when I look at it, it has a tinge, almost like periwinkle, like a tinge of purple.
Yes.
It is so, and the air, and
beautiful.
when the breeze come through here, oh my God.
And then our birds.
Our bird,
We'll
oh, we
come
got
and talk
birds.
about birds.
Now, I don't know if you can see this back here, but this whole back here is
Yes.
a garden,
Yeah.
entire garden. I feel like I live in the
Garden
garden
of
of
Eden.
Eden.
She got
I
coconut
got
trees,
bananas,
banana,
papayas. I just
cassava.
mangoes right on the tree, right in my yard, right here.
Yeah.
Everything you can literally
E-
have.
eatable.
that. Edible, right where you can eat it. That whole field there is corn. Then they have lemons. They have lemongrass. They have.
Cassava,
I don't have
papaya.
to. That's it.
Ah.
And you just throw the seeds out and they grow.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it is worth it to come.
What a beautiful life.
Yes, it's a beautiful life. But I want to say this.
Yes.
Deal with your trauma before you come, because it will be exposed,
Yeah.
and you can cause a lot of problems and chaos for yourself.
Yeah, for
So,
yourself. Yeah.
Deal with those trauma, and don't be afraid. It's okay.
Yeah.
We all have trauma. We
Yes.
all have it.
We all.
And self-reflect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deal with those. You say, do your shadow work. They
Do
call
your
it. Do your
shadow
shadow work. Work on you.
Yep.
Work on you. And everything else will fall in
Yeah.
alignment. But
Yes,
you
it
must
will.
work on you.
You have to work on you, because you will be
Yes.
exposed.
That's it.
And not only that, you'll be shamed in your own house, in your own space.
Yeah.
Because when you go out and people realize what kind of a person you are,
Yeah.
then you're going to be governed and treated accordingly. So you don't need that when you're coming into a place where you're looking for peace and safety.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So yes, family, I want to just thank you all once again for tuning in for listening into us here on the
Yes.
transitioning table, hearing our open, candid conversation. It's as if we just invited you in to sit in and just listen to our conversation. And I hopefully one day we will be able to just interact with you. My email is there on my YouTube channel, so if you need to reach me, you can always reach me via email. If you have any messages you want to send to Mama Cheryl, you have an email address, they can email you.
It's NESHERRILL54@gmail.com.
I will definitely put that in the description, so you can have it if you want to email her and get in contact and just, find out some information you may, and then
Yeah.
she will try her best to get back to you,
Yes.
I'm sure.
I will.
I am thankful to each and every one of you, and may the Most High continue to richly bless you, increase you, thank you.
You are
You know,
welcome.
for being such an inspiration to me. You understand, and taking this journey,
Absolutely.
Woo!
And it's a journey.
taking this journey.
And the more I'm on the journey, the more excited I get
The
about
more
this.
the more excited you get about the journey. It's like you on this long road, and all you can see is road in front of you. And the more down this road you go, the more you want to go to see a little bit more.
Yes.
And that's how this journey is. We are
Exactly.
on this road, and we're continuing to persevere
Yeah.
and endure.
Yeah.
And so I say thank you once again, family. Love you all. Live life on purpose, by purpose, for purpose, with purpose. Much love.
Bye-bye.